Magic. We are back with another video for you today. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we're mostly Disney. We also throw some random art content, some Harry Potter things. We just like to have fun and goof off and cause some shenanigans. And if you're returning, welcome back. You already know the craziness we get into. And I'm excited about today's video. I haven't done one of these in a while, but today we are doing a tag. Just a plain old tag, no pins involved. We're just gonna have fun. And I'm not sure who created this tag. If I can find out, or if I can figure out who created it, I'll link them down below. But I actually saw this video over on Disney Inside Andy when Karen and Andy did it. I think it was a week ago, maybe? Not too far back, but I'll link their video down below and I'll tag them so you can go check theirs out too. And I know, I'm trying to remember, I'll have to check and see who they were tagged by and see if they're one of the ones that created it. Anyway, this is the Disney movie tag. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And I have the questions written down, so if I'm glancing down, I'm just reading the questions off. But let's get into it, shall we? Number one is, what Disney movie have you watched the most? Gosh, that's hard. Honestly, it's probably, I would say it's almost a tie. I've watched Beauty and the Beast a ton. I've watched Tangled a ton. And my cousin's favorite was always Little Mermaid. And at one point they lived with us, so we watched that one a lot too. So probably one of those three. I couldn't figure out, I wouldn't be able to figure out which one we had watched the most because we watched them all so many times. Alright, number two. What Disney movie do you wish you were in? See, that's a tough one too, because I love a lot of different ones, but I'm probably gonna have to say, guys, I can get used to it be like this. Yep, I'm used to it. I want a castle. I'd probably have to go with Tangled. I mean, Rapunzel's fun and quirky, and I've been told on more than one occasion that I'm a lot like her. And then, Eugene, come on. Need I say more? Alright, number three. What Disney prince or princess do you wish you could marry? Eugene. Probably because, to me, he is the most relatable. Sorry, don't give me no suck-up prince that's not going to say anything. Maybe Eric would be a close second. But one of those two. Mostly Eugene. Number four. What villain do you have the most in common with? We dance, we kiss, we snooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say? Hades. We're both sarcastic. We're both sassy. Been called that several times. So, I gotta go with my guy, Hades. Love me some Hades. Hey, whoa, was my hair out? Yes. Number five. What Disney movie was the first one you watched as a child? I asked Mom, and she couldn't remember. I don't know. I'm trying to... Little Mermaid came out, and then... Was it Little Mermaid? Yeah, I think it was Little Mermaid, then Beauty and the Beast. Possibly Little Mermaid. But I could have also watched some before that. The first one I remember going to the theaters for, and I know we went to more than this, but the first one I remember actually going to the theater and seeing for some reason is Toy Story. That is definitely not the first one we watched. That's just the first one I very vividly remember going to see. But I'm going to say it was probably either Little Mermaid or Beauty and the Beast. One of those two. Because like I said, we did watch those a lot growing up. So, probably one of those. Number six. What is your favorite Disney soundtrack? Oh gosh. See, I have a lot. I like the Goofy movie soundtrack. That one's really good. I like most of the songs on Tangled. And Moana is really good. Encanto is pretty good. I mean, there's a mix of a lot of them, but if I had to pick just one, honestly, probably Goofy movie. Number 7. What Disney movie do you feel is overrated? And I love this movie, but Frozen. Because that's all you see just about anymore. Like, when I walk down the toy aisle for girls, sure, there's a few other random little Disney princess things, but the majority of it is Frozen. And I remember when Frozen came out, gosh, that thing was so overhyped. And don't get me wrong, I love that movie. I do. It's just, to me, it's way overhyped. When movies like Coco and a couple others came out around the same time, or not around the same time, but came out, just didn't get as much hype because Disney didn't put as much on the marketing when they first came out. So, in my opinion, gotta go with Frozen. Number 8, what Disney movie do you feel is underrated? There are so many, and it depends on my mood, but the top 3 that I usually go with: Oliver and Company, Aristocats, and Robin Hood. I feel like there could be so much more done with those movies. So, number 9, what Disney movie is the most like your life? I've been told, again, on several occasions that I am a lot like Rapunzel. And so I'm probably going to have to go with Tangled on that one. I don't know, I'd really have to think about that. But probably Tangled. Number 10. What Disney movie can you relate to the most? Alright, I'm gonna go and change this up a little bit. And I'm gonna go with a character that I feel I relate to the most. And that is Tiana. So I'm gonna say Princess and the Frog. Now, Tiana, to me, and the reason I feel like I relate to her, I've had a goal of what I wanted to do after high school, or when I graduated college, since I was 15, and I'm 35 now. And yes, it's taken me that long because, guys, seriously, I could write a book with the roadblocks and the hurdles that I dealt with college. And yeah, if you want to know, ask me. I'll message you some of them. But I finally graduated in 2020. And I'm looking for a job now, but I'm determined that is what I'm going to do. So I'm focused, and Tiana's focused and determined. She wants to open her dang restaurant, so she's going to do it. And then the other reason is she's a hard worker, and I work a lot. I mean, I'm the floral manager, and so as the manager, it's my responsibility to make sure my shop is taken care of and my customers are taken care of. So yes, I work a lot. Doesn't really leave me a lot of time to hang out or do things, outside of work. But, I work a lot because I got to pay the bills. It's just me. My good looks ain't going to pay them. Alright, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let's see. I'm going to tag... How many are we going to tag? Let's tag Clipper and Kitten. Let's tag Disney Crazy Family. And... anybody else. And if you want to do this tag, go for it. Consider yourself tagged. That is going to do it for me today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this. And we will see you real soon. Goodbye.